All right, shalom, 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 Yahawah Bahashem. This is your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, coming with another lesson through the Spirit. Lord, want this be edifying to the Lord's elect. And before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi YAHAWADAH. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and who teach well. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring the word, and that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the Akwath that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith and remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. And shalom to the hopeful elect out there, all right, that's been scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. You Israelite foreigners out there who live among the heathen and who look like those heathen nations. However, your lineage goes back to the progenitors of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel through the line of your fathers. I want to say peace and blessings to you all. Shalom, wa chasadim, wa barakyam. All right. So, given the whole situation, the debacle that's going on with, your boy Alazar, chief priest Alazar, guerrilla Hebrew, as was already, predicted. He's very predictable, but it was already said by Elder Yashawamba, that he was going to lash out, because the reproof has gone forth, the corrections have gone forth. He was heavily rebuked through the Spirit, and you can clearly tell that he's hurt. All right, he's hurt, and he's not learning. He's not listening, and he's not learning. You see what I'm saying? What he said, all right, and he goes on in these podcasts, all right, doing all these things that he's not supposed to be doing. You see what I'm saying? We're supposed to prophesy. We're not supposed to be making names for ourselves and building our brands and all these types of things. No, we're supposed to prophesy, and that's it. You see what I'm saying? But he's going on these podcasts and he's saying all kinds of goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? Going around boasting that he was that he represents the Hoover Crips. You know what I'm saying? Going on talking about we got between now and 1,000 years for the Lord to come back. You know what I'm saying? The type of foolishness that's coming out of his mouth. All right. And the brothers, beginning with our apostles and bishops on down, have rebuked and corrected his statement. You know what I'm saying? And he's come back and he's lashing back. You know what I'm saying? And he's not accepting the correction. You know what I'm saying? This lesson isn't even about him. You know what I'm saying? Quite honestly, the tactics that he's using, all right, and the same tactic that all these reprobates use. You know what I'm saying? It's getting tiresome. You know what I'm saying? It's just getting very tiresome. All right, it's played out. Either you believe in the law or you don't. Either you accept the Lord's commandments and his laws and his statutes, or you don't. It's just that simple. You can't go around talking about the law, but then when the law is brought out, you get offended. You see what I'm saying? Because you don't understand the ancient customs of our people. You see what I'm saying? Because you don't understand the laws that was put forth, all right, and issued by Moses himself. Just because you don't understand that doesn't mean, all right, that the law is evil. You see what I'm saying? That's just your own lack of understanding. Right? But let me get this in the book of Proverbs, chapter 9 and verse 8. Like I said, this isn't even about him. You know what I'm saying? This is about the broader spectrum. And I'm going to grab this real quick. It says, reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee. You see? Reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee. You see? don't none of us care, too much about this guy personally. You know what I'm saying? When we rebuke these jokers, when we rebuke these false prophets like Bishop Nathaniel, like Chief Priest Alazar, you got Chief Ephraim, you got all these different cats, you know what I'm saying, that's pushing false doctrines. You see what I'm saying? And not telling the people the truth. When you have that, we're not going after them personally. This is business. You see what I'm saying? And the sheep, the Lord's sheep, is our business. Souls are at stake. You see what I'm saying? Souls are at stake, man. And if we're not doing our due diligence in being watchmen and warning the sheep, warning the people, feeding the flock, all right, feeding the lambs, all right, then we're not doing our jobs. As is written in the book of Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter, 17th verse on down. You see, if we don't do this, all right, the blood of the sheep is on our hands. See what I'm saying? So it's not about him. It's not about him, even though he wants to make it seem that way. It's not about him. You see what I'm saying? He's going around and he's making all this money and whatnot, you know what I'm saying, exalting himself. Hey, man, that's your business. The Lord's going to deal with you. All right, but we have a job to do to warn the sheep. And Lord willing, those that are following this cat will take heed to the words of the true prophets. All right, and start to turn away from that madness. You know what I'm saying? Wearing hats while you're prophesying, you know what I'm saying? Completely going against the scriptures, man. Taking out whole books, taking out entire books, and saying that they're not, they're not the word of the Heavenly Father. You know what I'm saying? Now they're taking out the book of Esther, the craziness. You see what I'm saying? Our job is to teach, to correct, to exhort, to edify. See what I'm saying? So, this is the video from Elder Manatazakba from GMS South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? This is his channel, GMS South Carolina 08. All right, subscribe and be edified. I haven't finished watching this video yet. All right, but this video is be mindful of double-minded scorpions like ours are. You know what I'm saying? The video I did listen to earlier was the video from Elder Yahawah, which I also encourage you to watch. As a matter of fact, let me showcase it real quick. Bear with me. All right. Excuse me. This is Elder Yahawah's video. All right. His channel is Remnant Saved 144. Remnant Saved 144. Okay. The name of the video is Guerrilla or GRLA Hebrews, Hypocrisy and History of the Sakari You Should Know. All right. And that's a very, very edifying lesson you need to listen to. You need to hear it. All right. So subscribe and be edified, man. See what I'm saying? So with that said, let's go on with the lesson at hand. All right. Bear with me. All right. So before the Lord, you know what I'm saying, the Spirit, Salakia. Let me turn these off. Again, so before the Spirit had laid upon me, you know what I'm saying, to do this lesson, all right, Barakatha Yahawah for laying the Spirit upon me to do this. Beforehand, I was listening to the Elder Karatazar out of Vegas, all right, and he was touching on this subject as well, and it sparked this lesson, all right, this lesson being that another stumbling block, all right, another stumbling block in this faith is patience, all right, patience. You see, or the necessity of waiting. All right, having to wait is a stumbling block in this faith, man. You know what I'm saying? we have to wait for these prophecies to come to their fulfillment. You know what I'm saying? We have to wait for the Lord to perform his works. You see? We have to wait. And it's a process. It's a process that we have to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Let me get this in the book of Sirach. All right. This is the book of Sirach, or the book of Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha. And let's go to chapter 2. All right. Sirach chapter 2 and verse 12. It says, woe be to the fearful hearts. All right. Woe be to fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth two ways. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended. Woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you? See? Verse 15, they that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways. You know what I'm saying? This is all about patience, man. All about patience. The scriptures say that the race is not given to the swift. You know what I'm saying? It's not given to the swift. It's given to the one, all right, the one that endures. Let me get that real quick. Let's look that up. All right. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 9, verse 11. It says, I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill, but time and chance happeneth to them all. You see? Time and chance happeneth to them all. All right? But this is about the enduring process. All right? That's what this is all about, being patient in this walk, being patient, all right, in this ministry, being patient as we live these lives. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. I had a precept that just jumped to my mind. Damn. Can't remember. Anyway, let me continue this precept, Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 12. All right. It says, for man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in the evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snares. So are the sons of men snared in an evil time, when it falleth suddenly upon them. You see what I'm saying? When it falleth suddenly. Okay. What does it say in First Thessalonians chapter 5? All right. It says that this time is coming as a thief in the night. Okay. It's going to come suddenly. The people aren't going to notice. The people aren't going to be able to perceive this thing. You know what I'm saying? It's going to catch them off guard. But it's not going to happen that way for those that's watching. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem that we have with many of these these false prophets in Israel. You know what I'm saying? They're not teaching the people to be patient. They're not teaching the people to endure. All right. And they're not teaching the people to be circumspect. Okay. They're not teaching them that. You see what I'm saying? They're teaching get money. They're teaching them, you know what I'm saying, go and live your best life. All right. Not realizing that the world is literally falling apart all around them. You know what I'm saying? This is not the time for mirth. This is not the time for, for pleasantries. All right? All hell's about to break loose, and only the prophets are going to warn you of that. Right? Let's go ahead to Ezekiel. Let me just grab it. All right, this is Ezekiel chapter 21. All right, Ezekiel 21 and verse 8, it says, "Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy, and say, Thus saith the Lord, say a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened it is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? It contemneth the rod of my son as every tree." All right. Now is definitely not the time to be partying and bullshit, man. All right, but that's exactly what characters like Chief Priest Alazar will endorse. You see what I'm saying? He will endorse the mirth. He will endorse you going out and partying and having a good time, going to the club and all that stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's about. All right. Like I said, you just watch. Just watch. When the Passover comes around and you see all these different camps and they all having a grand old time and they're all just full of mirth. You know what I'm saying? Just full of song and dance and partying and fireworks and everything. You know what I'm saying? Lamb dinner. All right. You watch. Continuing on, it says, verse 11, "And he hath given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened, and it is furbished, to give it into the hand of the slayer. Cry and howl, son of man, for it shall be upon my people. It shall be upon all the princes of Israel. Terrors by reason of the sword shall be upon my people. Smite therefore upon thy thigh." This is talking about Jacob's trouble, man. You see what I'm saying? Times of trouble are coming. It's fast approaching, and these jokers are not warning. You see what I'm saying? This very dude that's trying to lash out at the apostles and elders, you know what I'm saying? He's not warning his congregation about what's going down, about what's really about to happen. You see? And we don't have the luxury of ignoring what we're seeing. Like the scriptures say in 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 1, "Measure thou the time diligently in itself." We don't have the luxury of turning the other way. All right? We have to speak on it. You see what I'm saying? Just like Jeremiah said, it was like fire shut up in my bones, and I can't, you can't not talk. You see what I'm saying? You can't ignore it. So let's get this in the book of Habakkuk. All right, this is Habakkuk chapter 2 and let's start at let's start at the top. All right, it says, "I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And Yahawah answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables." What is the vision? The vision is the prophecies. You see what I'm saying? "And make it plain upon table," man. To write them upon tablets here we can read them in book form. You see what I'm saying? In these pages as we flip through them. You see? Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. You know what I'm saying? Check it out, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak. But at the end it shall speak, and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Right? Let me see if I can grab that in NLT. All right, bear with me. Salaki. All right. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3 in the NLT. It says the vision is for a future time. It describes the end, and it will be fulfilled. If it seems slow in coming, wait patiently, for it will surely take place. It will not be delayed. You see? It will not be delayed, even though it seems slow in coming. All right? Because that's what Jake says, right? Jake says that, you know, oh, this has been going on for years. You know, y'all been out here talking for years since I was a child. You know what I'm saying? This thing's been written thousands of years ago. You know what I'm saying? That's what our people will say. That's what Israel will say. See what I'm saying? You Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians, Hispanics, you'll say that. You will say that. All right, but what does the Lord say? All right? This is Ezekiel chapter 12 and verse 21. It reads, And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying the days are prolonged and every vision faileth? Tell them, therefore, thus saith the Lord power, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel. But say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision. For there shall be no more any vain vision, nor flattering divination within the house of Israel. For I am the Lord Yahawah, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall no more be prolonged. For in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word and will perform it, saith Yahawah power. You know what I'm saying? And that's happening. All right? That's happening, man. Literally, we're looking at a system being dismantled right now. Okay? What do you think Doge is doing? All right? The very government institution is being destroyed as we speak, and making way for a new system to take its place. You see what I'm saying? Verse 26, again the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say the vision that he seeth is for many days to come. Ain't that what Alazar said? That's what chief priest Alazar said. He said, right? He said that we got between now and 1,000 years. You see what I'm saying? What do you think that does to the mind of the Israelites? What do you think that does to these so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians, their minds? You see what I'm saying? You got to remember what Israel is accounted as. All right. Israel is counted as sheep. You see what I'm saying? They're seen as sheep. People who are easily swayed. You see what I'm saying? And you know that the Israelites are swayed easily. You can tell that every day of the week. All you gotta do is just look at the music that they listen to and look at the way they live their lives based off what they listen to. You see what I'm saying? Our people are like sheep. You see? Look at how quick how eager the Israelites are willing to, dodge accountability. They'll come up with every scapegoat. They'll say it's your tone, it's your delivery. They'll say you're using profanity. They'll say this, they'll say that. They'll say everything but what the message is. You know what I'm saying? This is why the prophets have always been repetitive. This is why we're always repetitive. When you read from the book of Jeremiah, you read from Isaiah, you read from Ezekiel, you read from this one and that one and that one and this one. All these prophets are essentially saying the exact same thing. All of them. Ezra is saying it. You see what I'm saying? Jeremiah is saying it. Habakkuk is saying it. Micah is saying it. All these different prophets, they're all saying the same thing. Why? Because the Lord has to repeat himself. You see what I'm saying? He has to repeat himself because Israel is the Sodom children, right? What's it say? Let's go to, let's get that precept. Let's see if I spelled that right. Come on, so this is the book of Jeremiah, right? Jeremiah chapter 4 and verse 22. It says, "For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children." Okay? The word sottish means stupid. All right? When you look at a sheep is a wonderful creature. A wonderful creature. It's very beautiful. You know what I'm saying? It's very, lovable, adorable, you know what I'm saying? Docile, but it's very simple. All right? It's very simple. And by many accounts, it's stupid. You know what I'm saying? So it says, they are sottish children. They have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge. You see what I'm saying? Ask a nigga to roll up a blunt. He'll tell you how to roll it up 15 ways. You see what I'm saying? Tell them how to read the book. All right? They ask them 5 books from the Bible. You know what I'm saying? They can't tell you. They can't tell you. You see what I'm saying? It's madness. All right? They're wise to do good, but Slakia, they're wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge, man. All right? Like it says in the book of Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. All right? Let me get that real quick. Now let me just grab it here. All right, Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. All right. Slakia. Hosea 4 and 6, it reads, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children." You know what I'm saying? So this is all about patience, man. This is all about patience. It's never been about, you know what I'm saying, is this going to happen, in the next week? You know what I'm saying? It's going to happen a month from now. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. What does the scriptures tell us? Hope that is seen is not hope. You know what I'm saying? If we know exactly when he's coming, what are we hoping for? You know what I'm saying? What are we hoping for? Get this. if you knew that Yahawashi was coming within the next 5 months, let's put it that way, right? If Yahawashi was coming in the next 5 months, and you knew the exact day, the exact hour, the exact minute, what do you think these jakes would do out here? Would they be taking their time to repent? What would they do? Would they take their time to take the time out of that small window to repent? No, they wouldn't. They'd be like, you know what? Let me party, do all the bullshit I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Until the 5th month comes. You know what I'm saying? Let me do all the stuff, man. Let me commit adultery. Let me do all the craziness. You know what I'm saying? Because I know exactly when he's coming. You see? So, hey, man. And then when the week comes, all right, that's when they'll decide to repent. You know what I'm saying? I repent. What's his name? Yeah, I'll call him that name. You know what I'm saying? I believe and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? There's no faith there, right? There's no faith. You know what I'm saying? Salakia for using such a just a real straightforward analogy. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But let me grab this here in the book of, let's see, Isaiah. All right, let's go to Isaiah chapter 6. Isaiah chapter 6 and verse. Let's start at verse 8. Isaiah 6 and 8, it says, "Also I heard the voice of the Lord saying, Whom shall I send? And who will go for us? Then said I, Here I am, send me. And he said, Go and tell this people, Hear ye indeed, but understand not. And see ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy." Right? "And shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed." Okay? Like the scenario I just gave you, man. If I was to tell you, hey, he's coming at this such and such time, you know what I'm saying? Let's say he's coming October the 5th, you know what I'm saying, at 6:38 p.m. You know what I'm saying? Eastern Standard Time. If I was to tell you that, you know what I'm saying, these jakes, if I was to tell these Israelites that, you know what I'm saying, they would be doing the most. Right? But what does the scripture say here? The scriptures say to make their eyes, their heart, their ears, you know what I'm saying, fat, so they can't hear it, so they can't hear what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? They can't perceive what you're saying. They can't understand what you're saying. You see what I'm saying? All right? Because why? The Lord's not coming back for everybody. He's not coming back for all the Israelites the way he did back in Egypt. That's not happening. Contrary to what all these other camps are saying, you know what I'm saying? IURC, BLW, you know what I'm saying? None of these characters, Sakari, none of them, they don't talk about the elect. They don't talk about the elect. They don't talk about the remnant. They talk about everybody coming through, you know what I'm saying? We gotta build a community, an Israelite community, whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Fringes, burgers, and fries, you know what I'm saying? All right, it's the Israelite party. That's what they're concerned about. They're not concerned about the elect, because the scriptures talk about the elect. Only the elect shall return. See? Continuing on, verse 11. "Then said I, Lord, Adawan, how long? And he answered, Until the cities be wasted without inhabitant, and the houses without men, and the land be utterly desolate." Right? And the Lord have removed them far away, and there be a great forsaking in the midst of the land. But yet in it shall be a tenth, and it shall return, and shall be eaten as a tall tree, and an oak whose substance is in them, when they cast their leaves. So the holy seed shall be the substance thereof. It's going to be an elect, a remnant. You see? The remnant shall return. Right? Let's get this in Isaiah chapter 6 and verse 20. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. The remnant shall return. The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty power. You see? Let me see something. Let me go to NLT. So let's read Isaiah chapter 6. All right, Isaiah chapter 6, verse 9 in the NLT. Let's read it on down. It says, and he said, yes, go and say to this people, listen carefully, but do not understand. Watch closely, but learn nothing. Harden the hearts of these people. Plug their ears and shut their eyes. That way they will not see with their eyes, nor hear with their ears, nor understand with their hearts, and turn to me for healing. You see? This is why you got all these scoffers. This is why you got all these jokers out here, all right, that's coming against the prophets and saying, you know, you guys are false prophets, you're teaching hate and this and that and so forth. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because there's no hearing, there's no listening, there's no seeing, there's no understanding. Verse 11. Then I said, Lord, how long will this go on? And he replied, until their towns are empty, their houses are deserted, and the whole country is a wasteland, until the Lord has sent everyone away, and the entire land of Israel lies deserted. You see what I'm saying? Remember, Israel is a people first before it's a place. You know what I'm saying? Check this out, verse 13. If even a tenth of remnant survive. All right? No, that's it will be invaded. No, that's not right. That's not right. But as a terebinth or oak tree leaves a stump when it's cut down, so Israel's stump will be a holy seed. Yeah, that didn't translate properly. Nevertheless, Salaki for that. But nevertheless, you know, there will be a remnant that returns, man. All right, there will be a remnant that returns. So, let me see. I think I want to grab one more precept in Matthew. Let's see, Matthew chapter 24. Bear with me, Akim. So this is Matthew chapter 24 and verse let's start at verse 45. All right. Slaki, let's start at verse 44. It says, "Therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not, the Son of Man cometh. Who then is a faithful and wise servant, whom his Lord hath made ruler over his household, to give them meat in due season? Blessed is that servant, whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing." All right. So what's that saying, man? It's saying that the servant is not going to be out there, trying to build a name for himself. The servant's not going to be out there on podcasts, trying to debate people to gather clout to himself. You see what I'm saying? That's not what the servant is going to do. The servant is going to do what the master is told. All right. And that's outlined in what? Matthew chapter 10, starting at verse 5. All right. Or Matthew chapter, I'm getting it mixed up. Bear with me. Matthew chapter 10 verse 5. Slaki, I was right. Matthew chapter 10 and verse 5. All right. We was told to go out and teach the lost sheep. You see what I'm saying? So let's see where I left off. Matthew 24, verse 45, it says, "Who then is a faithful and wise servant, whom his Lord hath made ruler over his household, to give them meat in due season? Blessed is that servant, whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. Verily I say unto you, that he shall make him ruler over all his goods. But and if that evil servant shall say in his heart, My Lord delayeth his coming," isn't that what Alazar says? All right. In a roundabout way, that's what Alazar is saying. You know what I'm saying? "My Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servants." And that's also what Bishop Nathaniel said, man. You know what I'm saying? Years ago, he said that there will be no Jacob's trouble, man. All right. And I remember, all right, along with myself, beginning with Elder Apostle Tahar on down, you know what I'm saying? We rebuked him. Like, yo, what are you talking about, man? Clearly, there's going to be Jacob's trouble. Clearly, you know what I'm saying? There's going to be a time of danger and destruction. All right. And the interviewer knew that as well before he passed. He knew that. And he was grilling Bishop Nathaniel on that. All right. And all he had to do was just bring out one precept to do it. You know what I'm saying? And Bishop Nathaniel was squirming all over the place and whatnot. And then what happens years later? Years later, you know what I'm saying? I think it was after the pandemic or I think it was a little bit after the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, "If you listen carefully, oh morons, I said that there wasn't anything happening at that time." No, that's not what you said. You see what I'm saying? And the brotherhood brought out the receipts. You know what I'm saying? You said clearly right here that there will be no Jacob's trouble. You know what I'm saying? So what was he saying through the Spirit? He was saying that the Lord, all right, the Lord delayeth his coming. You know what I'm saying? It said, but and if that evil servant shall say in his heart, My Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servants, all right, his fellow servants, and to eat and drink with the drunken. All right, and that's what Alazar's doing. That's what Bishop Nathaniel's doing. Okay, they're smiting the fellow servants because all that our apostles do is correct the doctrine. You know what I'm saying? We don't do this for our sake. We do this for the sake of the elect. This isn't about us. Right? Verse 50, "The Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour that he is not aware of, and shall cut him asunder, and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth." See what I'm saying? So, just wanted to want to touch on this subject, man, that it's about patience, man, and patience itself, all right, or being put in a position of waiting is also a stumbling block. It's also a stumbling block. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a mechanism that the Lord uses to sift out the elect, all right, or shall I say, to sift out the unwanted from the elect. You know what I'm saying? That's also going into the parable of let me see. It's in Matthew. Let me see. Where is it? Damn, forgot where it is. There we go. Matthew chapter 13. All right, Matthew chapter 13. All right, and verse let's see. Matthew 13 and verse 18, it says, "Hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. When anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not, then cometh the wicked one and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart." All right, this is he which received seed by the wayside. But he that received the seed into stony places, the same is he that heareth the word, and anon with joy received it. Yet hath he not root in himself, but dureth for a while. For when tribulation and persecution ariseth because of the word, by and by he is offended. You know what I'm saying? He also that received seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful. You see what I'm saying? So when you see, these jokers that's falling out because, they feel like the Lord is taking too long, and they feel like, oh, I wasted my life in this, dealing with this ministry. I feel like I've wasted so much time. I could have built a business. I could have did this. I could have did that. You know what I'm saying? I could have followed my dreams. You know what I'm saying? This is the parable this is what it's talking about. This is what the parable's talking about. You see what I'm saying? So being put in a position of waiting, all right, is another means that the Lord uses to sift, the undesirables from the silver and the gold. You see what I'm saying? The dross from the precious jewels, right? Or precious metals. So, yeah, man. So that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? I pray this lesson was edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. I know it was pretty long-winded. So, the water for sticking with me. And before I end this off, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi Yahawashi. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, of whom I've grown in this truth under. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.